Hello everyone, I am Harsimrat and I welcome you to a session on the t and d sounds. Both t and d are alveolar sounds. In Introduction to Consonants, we have discussed alveolar sounds. These are made with the tip of the tongue striking the teeth ridge. The teeth ridge is the gums of the upper front teeth, the area inside the mouth which comes about here. If I were to open my mouth and touch it with my finger, there. In order to enunciate the t and the d correctly, the tip of the tongue or very little tongue, थोड़ी सी ज़बान हमें यहाँ लेके जानी है. Everybody, please place the tip of your tongue on the teeth ridge and try to say t, t, t. This is where the two sounds will be enunciated in the mouth. But there is more to it than that. T and d are alveolar sounds. They are also plosives. Do you remember what plosives mean? Plosives are sounds which come out of the mouth with a gush of air. They are formed when the breath comes out of the mouth and it's obstructed for a very short time. Here the tongue goes to the teeth ridge in a flitting motion. And what it does is to stop this breath or the सांस में रुकावट आती है थोड़े से टाइम के लिए. And what happens due to this? The air comes rushing out of the mouth with some explosive noise, forming a plosive. And if I add voice to this, t t t, t t t, t t t. This is the t sound, or d d d, d d d, d d d. That's the d sound. And there's one more feature of these sounds. Everyone, please place your hands here on your vocal cords. Now try to say t t t, t t t, t t t, t t t, d d d. The difference in the two sounds is that t is a lighter sound with much less vibration of the vocal cords. D is a heavier sound. We can feel more vibration in the vocal cords. Therefore, t is a voiceless sound, d is a voiced sound. Everybody try to do this once more. Try to bring the tip of your tongue to your teeth ridge and say t. Please don't say t. When you say t, a lot of tongue is going up in the mouth and striking somewhere around the hard palate. T, tomato. The English sound would be t, tomato. I know it sounds very funny, but when you speak English with Hindi sounds or Punjabi sounds, it would sound equally funny. So let's try it again, everybody. T t t, t t t, t t t, t t t, d d d, d d d, d d d, d d d. Everyone, I want you to constantly keep up the attempt to enunciate the t and the d sound correctly, because it will make a lot of difference to your English pronunciation. Now let's move on with the session. Now let's practice the t sound in some words. Table, table. Taste, taste. Time, time. tango, tango. Once more everybody, table, taste, time and tango. Next, the t sound in the middle of the word. Little, little. Retire, retire. Shatter, shatter. And settle, settle. Next, the t at the end of the word. Here the plosive is very clear. At the end of the word, you can hear the t. So I don't say bat, I say bat. Please produce that gush of air at the end of the word. It would mean that your tongue is going to the right place in the right manner. Bat, t, bat. Good. Biscuit, biscuit. Brought, brought. And cut, cut. Now we have an activity for you. In this activity, you have to choose the right option. The labourers working in the sun were wet with sweat or sweet. The labourers working in the sun were wet with sweat or sweet. Next, Hina is giving her birthday treat or trees. Hina is giving her birthday treat or trees. Next, making an effort again and again is trying or tying. Making an effort again and again is trying or tying. Next, the weather today is really pleasant or peasant. I'll repeat that. The weather today is really pleasant or peasant. Next, the two companies signed a fact or pact. The two companies signed a fact or pact. Next, a person wearing a white coat and sitting in the hospital is a doctor or daughter. A person wearing a white coat and sitting in the hospital is a doctor or daughter. Now let's discuss the solutions. The labourers working in the sun were wet with sweat. Hina is giving her birthday treat. Making an effort again and again is trying. The weather today is really pleasant. The two companies signed a pact. A person wearing a white coat and sitting in the hospital is a doctor. I hope you enjoyed that activity. I thought it was most interesting. Now let's move on to sentences with the t sound. These sentences are printed in your workbooks. I'd like you to take a pen or pencil and underline all the words with the t sound. The first sentence. I will talk to Tony tomorrow. I will talk to Tony tomorrow. Next, how do I get to the other side? How do I get to the other side? Next, put the plastic container on the table. Put the plastic container on the table. Next, trust is my favorite word. Next, is it fair that Tammy should travel by a tram? Is it fair that Tammy should travel by a tram? The words with the t sound in the first sentence. Talk, please repeat after me. Talk, Tony, tomorrow. In the next sentence, get and to. Next, put, plastic, container, table. Next, trust, favorite. And in the last sentence, it, that, Tammy, travel, tram. So those were all the words with the t sound. And you need to constantly practice the sound so that you can pronounce all those words correctly. Next, we have a fill in the blank activity for you. Here you have to fill in the blanks to make meaningful words all with the t sound. The first question. Dash is running out, so move fast. Dash is running out, so move fast. And the word ends with E. Next, the children are playing with the dash. The word ends with S. The children are playing with the dash. The word ends with S. Next, the book was lying on the dash. The word ends with LE. The book was lying on the dash. The word ends with LE. Next, Darjeeling is famous for its dash gardens. The word ends with A. Darjeeling is famous for its dash gardens. And the last sentence, the cake was really dash. The word ends with TY. The cake was really dash. The word ends with TY. I hope you could do all those questions. They were simple words and all the words had the t sound. Let's discuss the answers. The first question. Time is running out, so move fast. Next, the children are playing with the toys. Next, the book was lying on the table. Next, Darjeeling is famous for its tea gardens. And the last one, the cake was really tasty. And now it is story time. I hope you like stories. Everybody does. This is a very nice story for you. I will read out the story for you. It's also printed in your workbooks. At the end of the story, you have to answer some questions. Story of two bottles. Once upon a time, in a store, there was a perfume and a tomato ketchup bottle. The tomato ketchup bottle adored the perfume bottle and wanted to become friends with it. But it never made an effort to do that because perfume bottle was really beautiful, tall and great looking. On the other hand, tomato ketchup bottle was dull and lying in the corner covered with dust. One day, the perfume bottle got sold to a beautiful lady. The ketchup bottle felt really sad. Then the ketchup bottle got sold to a great chef. The bottle was then in the kitchen and was covered with dust and grease of the kitchen. The ketchup bottle felt really sad that it will never be able to meet the perfume bottle again. When the ketchup bottle was empty, it was thrown into the dustbin. To its surprise, it saw the perfume bottle lying next to it. The ketchup bottle was happy to meet the perfume bottle and they became good friends. Then the garbage from the dustbin was taken to the recycling department where the two bottles were melted and then made into a cookie jar. Today, that cookie jar is lying on my dining table and I eat cookies from it. Now I have some questions for you and I hope you were all listening to the story. It was a lovely story. My first question. Where were the ketchup and the perfume bottles living? Yes, you're right. They were living in a store at the beginning of the story. So they were living in a store. Next, describe the perfume bottle. Describe the perfume bottle. We can do that. The perfume bottle looked beautiful and tall. It looked beautiful and tall. Next, who bought the ketchup bottle? Do you remember who bought the ketchup bottle? Yes, a great chef bought the ketchup bottle. And what's a great chef? A great cook. Next, where did the ketchup and the perfume bottles meet? How did they finally meet? The answer, they met in a dustbin. They met in a dustbin. Next, what was made out of the ketchup and the perfume bottles? How did the story end? The answer, a cookie jar was made out of the ketchup and perfume bottles. Wasn't that a lovely story? I thought it was really sweet. And I hope you enjoyed it too. Now let's move on to our second target sound, the D sound. We have practiced enunciating the D sound. The tip of the tongue has to strike the teeth ridge in the same manner as in the T sound. The D sound is simply a voiced sound, so it has more vibration, or it is heavier than the D sound. Everybody quickly. D d d d d d d d d. That's right. Now let us practice enunciating the D sound in words. Please repeat the words after me. Dark, dark. Desk, desk. Dawn, dawn. Day, day. Dear, dear. Underline, underline. Worldwide, worldwide. Candid, candid. Daddy, daddy. Teddy, teddy. Design, design. Round, round. Sounds, sounds. And the last word, disguised, disguised. So please keep up the practice. Make sure that you can enunciate the D correctly in words. And now, time for another activity. In this activity, you have to identify the D sound words in the following idioms. Here are some idioms which you need to complete with the right D sound words. The first question. Every dash has a silver lining. Your options are cloud and clown. Every dash has a silver lining. Your options are cloud and clown. Next, a blessing in dash. Your options are disguise and despite. A blessing in dash, disguise or despite. Next, a penny dash is a penny earned. Your options are saved and shared. A penny dash is a penny earned, saved or shared. Next, a taste of your own dash. The options are medicine and meditation. A taste of your own dash. Medicine or meditation. Next, dash count your chickens before they hatch. The options are don't and do. Dash count your chickens before they hatch. Don't or do. Now let's discuss the solutions. Every cloud has a silver lining. A blessing in disguise. Very often I hear people saying a blessing in the skies. It's not up in the skies, it is a blessing in disguise. Next, a penny saved is a penny earned. Next, a taste of your own medicine. And the last one, don't count your chickens before they hatch. I hope you could get all those questions correct. Next, let us identify the D sound in sentences. I'll read out some sentences. I want you to open your workbooks, underline all the words in which you hear the D sound enunciated. Shall we begin? Okay. The first sentence. I loved having dark chocolates. I loved having dark chocolates. The words are loved and dark. Next, the round desk is of dark green color. The round desk is of dark green color. The words are round, desk and dark. Next, God wants you to know that your soul wants the freedom to sing, dance and love. God wants you to know that your soul wants the freedom to sing, dance and love. The words with the D sound are God, freedom and dance. Next, Emily watched and learnt how to play dumb charades. Emily watched and learnt how to play dumb charades. The words with the D sound are watched and dumb charades. Next, all the students and their families were invited to come at 6 p.m. I'll repeat. All the students and their families were invited to come at 6 p.m. Words with the D sounds, students and invited. Next, we have an interesting exercise for you. Here you have to fill in the blanks with words that contain the D sound and are of course appropriate in the sentence. Let's begin. The band was playing a nice song on the dash. It ends with MS. I'll repeat. The band was playing a nice song on the dash, ending with MS. Next, the child started to cry in his sleep after seeing a bad dash, ending with M. The child started to cry in his sleep after seeing a bad dash, ending with M. Next, the arrows were made to show the dash to the garden and the lake. The word ends with NS. Next, success comes to those who work dash for it. The word starts with H. Success comes to those who work dash for it. The word starts with H. Next, the bus was driven by the dash. The word ends with ER. I'll repeat. The bus was driven by the dash. The word ends with ER. Now let's go on to the solutions. The band was playing a nice song on the drums. The child started to cry in his sleep after seeing a bad dream. Next, the arrows were made to show the directions to the garden and the lake. So the answer was directions. Next, success comes to those who work hard for it. And the last one, the bus was driven by the driver. Who would drive the bus? The driver. So that was an easy activity. And next, we have a conversation for you. Doctor, I want you to talk about personal hygiene practices.
Firstly, we should take a bath every day.
Okay, doctor, I do that daily.
Okay. Wash your hands before and after having your meals.
That will help us keep our hands clean and germ-free. Am I right, doctor?
Yes, you are right. You should brush your teeth daily and after every meal. Also, get your regular dental checkups.
I will go for regular dental checkups from now onwards.
Always keep your food covered.
Yes, that keeps the food clean and germ-free. Right, doctor?
Yes, Jasleen. I think you know all the practices. It's just that you need to start them from today itself.
Thanks for the information. This is the last activity for the session. So those who are enjoying the activities, here's the last one for you. Here you have to match the columns. In column A, you're given certain clues. In column B, there are words with the t and the d sounds. So you have to match the columns. Let me read column A. When the ice cream is really yummy, it is. Next, when someone is upset, he is. Shyam never keeps quiet. He is something which is soft and delicate. Stylish, aware of the latest fashions. Next, very happy feeling. And the last one, something which is not clean. In column B, we have the answers. Talkative, tender, depressed, delicious, dirty, trendy, and delightful. So quickly match the columns and then we'll discuss the answers. Now let's discuss the answers. When the ice cream is really yummy, it is delicious. Next, when someone is upset, he is depressed. Next, Shyam never keeps quiet. He is talkative. Next, something which is soft and delicate, tender. Stylish, aware of the latest fashions. trendy. Next, very happy feeling, delighted. And the last one, something which is not clean, dirty. Just repeat the words after me once more and be aware of the t and d sounds. Delicious, depressed, talkative, tender, trendy, delighted, dirty. With that, we come to the end of the session today. Today, we learned how to enunciate the t and the d sounds. We practiced the sounds in words and sentences, and of course, we had a lot of activities to reinforce our learning. Now, I want you to go home and to practice these sounds again. Until I meet you in some other session, goodbye.